Hello everybody! Today I want to talk about something a little different than I usually talk about. I want to throw in some history. I have had a lot of discussion in my science classes about whether or not the government has the right to mandate vaccines, and it is a hot topic right now, so let's talk about it. The government has been mandating vaccines for over 100 years. Some people are now shocked when we talk about COVID-19 being mandated and act as though our government hasn't been doing this all along. All of us had to get vaccinated if we wanted to attend public school. That is mandatory vaccination, and we've had this for over 100 years. So let's talk about constitutional rights. I've heard a lot of people saying that it's against their constitutional right to be forced to be vaccinated. Well, is it? So this isn't the first time this has come up. In 1905, in the case Jacobson versus Massachusetts, a person was forced to get the smallpox vaccine, and instead they went to court. It ended up going to the Supreme Court, and he said it went against his liberties, his constitutional 14th Amendment towards liberty. He said that he is free to not get vaccines and the government can't push it upon him. Well, the Supreme Court ruled saying, yes, they can. They said that your liberties end when it puts others in danger. You do not have the liberty to spread infectious disease, just as like you do not have the liberty to cause murder. You have all the freedoms you want as long as it doesn't affect or hurt others. And so in 1905, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of mandating smallpox vaccines. And so Jacobson versus Massachusetts in 1905, that was decided. In another case in 1944, Prince versus Massachusetts, an individual said it was their religious freedom to not get vaccinated. They said for religious purposes, they did not want to get vaccinated, and this went to the Supreme Court as well. And the Supreme Court again ruled in favor of vaccination. They said that, yes, you have religious liberty and religious freedom in this country, but you do not have the religious freedom to spread infectious diseases, just like you do not have the religious freedom to hurt others. The Supreme Court said that the health and safety of millions of United States children outweigh individual rights in these situations. And so I want to talk about something that a lot of us don't think about in the United States, group rights. We're really strong on our individual rights. When we think about the United States, we think of individual freedoms. But our individual freedoms end at the group freedoms. So you can't hurt a group. That is not a freedom of yours. Just like you can't hurt an individual. And so when we look at individual rights versus group rights, the group rights outweigh the individual rights. And so if my choices or my actions hurt a mass group of people, I don't have that right. And this is usually what the courts refer to when people are talking about mandated vaccines. So if I choose not to get a vaccine, I could be spreading an infectious disease to millions of children, and I don't have that right. I don't have that freedom to hurt others in that way. And so the government doesn't hold you down and force you to get vaccinated, although in the early 1900s, all adults did have to get the smallpox vaccination and were fined if they didn't. But right now, currently, we do not force vaccinations. We say that vaccinations are mandatory in order to go to some schools and in order to go to some employments. And so the city can make all city workers it a requirement to be vaccinated. The government can make it a mandate that all government employees have to be vaccinated in order to work. And we can make it a mandate that all school children have to be vaccinated in order to attend school. And so your constitutional right, your 14th Amendment right of liberty does not cover your liberty to spread infectious diseases and to hurt others. Well, I hope this helped. I hope this cleared up anything, because I know a few of my students are saying immediately, my body, my rights, the government can't force me to do this. But we've been forcing people to get vaccines for over 100 years. And you do not have the right to hurt others. And that's what happens when we don't get vaccinated. All right, everybody, I will talk to you later.